Today we're taking a look at the Empress Effects Para EQ Deluxe, a great Canadian EQ pedal with all the tone shaping features you could ever want. Now I'm not naming names, but I know that a lot of guitarists today would rather go out and buy a distortion pedal or an overdrive pedal before even considering having an EQ pedal in their lineup on their board. But why overlook the tone shaping potential that a good EQ pedal can offer? It can do a heck of a lot to improve your tone. So the Empress Audio Para EQ pedal is made right here in Canada, 100% Canadian made. It's a great high quality EQ pedal that offers so much functionality that goes well beyond a standard 5-band slider EQ pedal that you'll be amazed. Now many of you might be a little intimidated by all the knobs on this pedal, but don't be afraid, it's not that complicated. Let me explain what you get in this small form factor. So this unit has a set of low, mid, and high Q knobs at the very top here that will determine the range of frequencies affected by the EQ for each of the bands. Now just below that, you have a set of low, mid, and high frequency knobs for the center band. You have a low, mid, and high gain knob, and that determines the amount of boost or cut you'd like to use for each frequency, and these go between -15 to +15 dB. Then you have a high pass, low shelf, high shelf, and low pass filter knobs here at the very bottom on the Deluxe unit only, and these really allow you to surgically sculpt your tone. And finally, there's a little knob right here in the center. This is a boost knob. It allows you to dial in a whopping 30 dB of boost, so you can use this pedal to effortlessly cut through the mix during your solos. A little goes a long way, so don't overdo it, but it's great to have access to that much clean boost if it's needed. Let's plug in the Para EQ into the front of my amplifier. I'm going to be playing this Tokai Les Paul style guitar. We're going to be playing some tones for you guys so you can hear exactly what this pedal has to offer. All right, so we dialed in some tones that are going to give the Les Paul a little bit more of a Telecaster twang. Let's hear what that sounds like. So as you can hear in this setting, we drop some of the lows. And basically made the EQ a little bit more mid-focused. You can hear the difference if you pay attention there. All right, so with this next setting, we're going to clean up a little bit of the amp's gain. We're going to remove a little bit of the low end flub, focus the sound a little bit better. So let's hear what it sounds like before we engage the pedal. And if you want to introduce a little bit more sizzle, you can use the boost. This final setting will allow you to dial in a little bit of a sweeter tone, just a general sweetening of the sound. Nothing too crazy here. We're just boosting the high and low shelf filters here and tweaking the mids and the highs just a little bit. So without the pedal on, it sounds like this. Now, some additional information that you might find interesting: this pedal operates at 27 volts internally, which is actually very close to outboard rack gear. So very high quality. This is all automatically stepped up using the circuitry built into the unit, so you don't use a special power supply. A standard 300 milliamp power supply juicing this up is sufficient to get it working the way it should. The pedal also offers an advanced configuration mode, and you can access this by holding down the two switches while powering on the pedal. And in this mode, pressing the bypass foot switch will toggle between true bypass and buffered bypass. And pressing the boost function will select whether the boost only affects the signal when the EQ is activated, or whether the boost and EQ can be switched on independently, which are both very useful features to have, in my opinion. So that's basically how it can offer 30 dBs of clean boost because of the way the circuit has been designed. So guys, what else can I say here? I mean, I'm really digging the Para EQ Empress effects. Great Canadian company, great products. Yet another example of the quality they produce there. It's basically a Swiss Army knife EQ pedal that you should have on your board, especially if you're playing in live scenarios, because there's always some situations that can be tricky in terms of sitting in the mix. If you're, playing with other musicians and you just struggle to be heard, this will be able to resolve that issue. If you're dealing with excessive feedback, maybe you're playing with a semi-hollow guitar and that's an issue, this will definitely help as well. And of course, with the 30 dB clean boost that's on tap here, nobody's ever gonna not hear you during your solo. So definitely grab one of these, put them on your board, and you'll be a happy camper, guaranteed. If you want to get more information on this pedal, I'll put the link down in my notes where you can access all of that and order one for yourself. Hey guys, if you like the content that we're producing here on Addicted to Gear and you want to support the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. More to come.